My number 3 is Rome Odunze. Rome is phenomenal. Led the country in receiving last year, over 1,600 yards. One of the things I loved about Rome Odunze is that when they needed big performances against some of the stiffest competition that they played, he was at his best. Now, you can also credit Penix for that because Penix was terrific in a lot of games. Now, in the national championship game, was Penix his best? No. But that didn't mean Odunze wasn't good. He went 5 for 87 against Michigan and drew a couple of those flags. You know, like he was terrific. But check out what he did like against Oregon. 8 for 128 and 2 touchdowns in that first game against the Ducks. 7 for 106 and 2 touches in the rain against Oregon State. 8 for 102 in the Pac-12 title game in the second matchup against Oregon. 6 for 125 against Texas in the national semifinal. This dude showed up, okay? He is a terrific route runner. He's very confident once the ball is in the air. He's terrific down the field, all right? And he's got great hands. Odunze is going to be a number 1. I think that he is going to be a mainstay in the National Football League. This is another guy that I could see being an all-pro, being a Pro Bowler right away. Now, one of the things that I would just say as we get past 3 here and we get to the last couple of guys on the list, wide receiver to me and pass catchers more generally, although not necessarily tight ends, but more specifically wide receivers, they do play a dependent position. And I think that people understand this, but it is a dependent position. You've got to depend on the offensive line and the quarterback, and I think people understand that, but it's also philosophy of the organization and the schematics of that specific offense, the quality of the quarterback play. Let me give you just quick evidence of that. You get drafted as a guy that really understands football, runs clean routes, and is a good wide receiver, and you get drafted by the Los Angeles Rams with Matt Stafford as your quarterback and Sean McVay as your play caller and head coach. Well, guess what? You're Puka Nacua, and you went out there and set rookie records as a wide receiver. And he should, because he was a great player, and he is a great player. And now, let's say you're a terrific route runner, amazing with the ball in your hands, can occupy the middle of the field, can play on the outside, can do a lot of different things, and maybe you didn't have the year that everyone was expected. And why? Well, because you played for Seattle, and that's Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, do I think Jackson Smith-Njigba is a worse player than Puka Nacua? No. But the fit in Seattle wasn't proper for Jackson Smith-Njigba to produce on a level that Nacua produced. That's not to take anything away from Puka Nacua. He was phenomenal. But fit is going to really matter how these guys progress, how they play, and how they produce early in their careers in the National Football League. I'm hoping that they all go to places where they can really flourish. Number 4 for me is LSU's Malik Nabers. Nabers is sensational. He finished his career as LSU's all-time leader in catches and receiving yards. He's really explosive down the field, and that's something that I think that is becoming more and more common in college football. It was the short passing game for a long time, but you're starting to see, guys push the ball a little bit. And the reason is that these guys on the outside, they are big and they are athletic. Nabers is 6 foot, 200 pounds. Odunze is 6'3", 215. These guys present issues for defensive backs. Nabers was, I would say about maybe the most explosive guy in the country. He led the country with 17 catches of over 30 yards. He had 9 100-yard games. And he was a big reason why Jayden Daniels had such a productive season and ultimately won the Heisman Trophy. Another guy that I really liked from Florida State, Keon Coleman. So he's going to be number 5. Now Keon Coleman transferred from Michigan State and came down there and made some splash plays for the Seminoles. He was terrific. And I'm thinking about the catch against Syracuse was insane. He led the ACC with 11 receiving touchdowns. First team all ACC. He was a big reason why that team was so good, undefeated all the way through the regular season. That transfer was huge. And again, he's huge. He's 6'4", 215 pounds. So you got a lot of guys in my top 5 right now that are coming in with some serious size. Harrison, 6'4", 205. Bowers, 6'4", 240. Odunze, 6'3", 215. Nabers, the smallest one, 6 foot, 200 pounds. That used to be huge. And the only one guy that would be in there, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Keon Coleman, 6'4", 215. These guys have size. They have speed. They've got great ability. I think you can't go wrong with a lot of these guys. Thank you for watching the Joel Klatt Show YouTube channel. And if you liked this clip, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. And you can stay up to date on all of my college football coverage.